Alrighty, welcome back to episode 43, I think, of Monte's Gems. Today we got a special guest. This is Brandon. He's a longtime friend of me. I've known him since, I don't know, what, fourth, fifth grade or something like that.
Yeah,
We grew up
yeah.
together. We played video games a lot together. Just, I don't know, we remained pretty good friends all throughout high school, and then we kind of adulted and didn't really catch up with each other. But he's on the podcast, and he's a law enforcement officer now. And that's something that I've always been interested in. So I guess first off, my first question, I guess, where did your desire and your passion to be in law enforcement, where does that come from?
Uh, wow. I just want to. If you're asking why I want to do this, it's just, I just want to help people.
Okay.
Uh, I've always been kind of nosy. So originally I was going to college for like psychology because I like drama, like not being involved in drama, but other people's drama.
That's
Uh,
good.
yeah. uh, so um, I was studying like psychology with idea of going into therapy. I just stumbled upon a um opportunity at my college to kind of intern at the department I'm at,
Hmm.
and just worked with a bunch of detectives. Through that, I got an opportunity to be a cadet, which I actually worked at the agency, just kind of like front desk, did a bunch of ride-alongs,
Mm.
and saw kind of how fun it was out there on the road. And I mean, the pay is pretty good,
Yeah.
so uh,
That's interesting. I thought, I don't know, I could have swore, like, since we were, oh, I don't know, like eighth grade maybe, I could have swore you were always, was your mind ever leaning towards that area
yes,
of law
yeah,
enforcement? Okay, yeah.
yeah. I so I said I majored in psychology, but I went to my college thinking about getting a criminal justice degree, or like my
Okay.
first thing I attempted to major in was criminal justice because I was going to go the law enforcement route, or at least forensic science.
Hmm.
And then kind of the pendulum shifted, where law enforcement was looked at a lot more negatively, and I
Mm.
didn't know if I could put up with that stress. So I kind of shifted gears, and just one thing after another happened, and I shifted back
Hmm.
to that.
Oh, interesting. In college, you mean? When all
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
going on? Okay.
yeah. Like the George Floyd stuff.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot, especially for somebody who is new to it, and you're very, I don't know, you're nervous as just being an officer in general, and then you have to deal with all the negative connotation behind being an officer. I
Mhm.
feel like that weighs on your conscience a lot.
It
Not on your
does.
conscience, but
I'm fortunate. So we're like the areas I'm working are more rural areas, so there's
okay.
more of a positive law enforcement outlook than
Okay.
like your like
Your
Kalamazoo
LA.
or your LA. Great, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like your big cities, your like metropolitan areas.
Yeah, that makes sense. So earlier you were talking about going on ride-alongs. Is that
Yes.
do you have any like what's the limitations that goes on a ride-along? Like are there are there parts that if this happens, they have to drop you off somewhere and then proceed to their job or
So they usually tell dispatch that they have a rider. And I
uh
think that's pretty much them saying like, "Hey, don't give me like a double homicide."
right, right. Yeah.
Uh, but I don't know because like I was told on a few ride-alongs that like where they kept like backup guns in the car, and they
Hmm.
said, "Hey, if I get shot, you can either go, or here's where this gun is, and
Huh.
and defend yourself."
Wow.
So it really depends. It definitely so when I was doing the ride-alongs, I was on the civilian side, but I was still the department. So I don't know like a regular civilian off the road, like just off the street, just doing it like one time, like one off, or yeah, tongue tied. Just doing it kind of just see what it's all about, what those are, because I know my department will only really give ride-alongs if you're like in the process of
Oh, I
like
see.
applying.
So they're like a little bit more lenient with it because they know you're at least trying to become an officer or go down that
Yeah,
route at least.
yeah.
That makes sense.
And are there like stipulations of like what hours someone can do a ride along or what days? Like, are there busier days where it's like, listen, Friday nights, Saturday nights, like things get nuts. We're not doing any ride alongs because there's more danger, or I guess like
No. At least as far as I know, like I've done night ride-alongs, I've done day ride-alongs. It's I don't think they have any specific rules in place for that.
Is there anything, I guess, are there any major factors that you saw during those ride alongs that kind of further influenced your decision to go down the path?
Um, Honestly, like the only thing that comes to my head is like I thought it was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're just kind of driving along all day, and just kind of doing shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you pulled
Like,
anybody over yet?
oh, I pulled over so many people, so many. I probably pulled over, like over upwards of like 50 to 70 people, and
Wow.
I've given like 5 tickets.
Wow.
I don't like the tickets. I just kind of like, oh, there's a headlight out. I'm gonna go say hi.
Mm, okay.
Pull them over, get their information. And like, all right, yeah, you're good to go.
What does the pulling over process look like?
All right, so you observe a traffic code violation. All right,
Oh.
uh, and so you get behind them. You call out to dispatch. So like um be like your badge number. Yeah, your badge number, and then central's dispatch. They'll tell you go ahead, and you're like, all right, copy a stop. You give the road you're on and the nearest crossroad. You read out the license plate, and then you estimate make or model of the car. You give a color, and then you just flip your lights on.
Huh.
They pull over, you pull up behind them, and you hop out.
So you have to do all that before you turn your lights on.
It depends. Typically, yeah.
If somebody's going
Or
like 90 miles an hour over, you just flick them on and start going. But
yeah.
that's
But
interesting.
if they're going 90, they might run.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
that's
might
true.
want to give out that information, because you give out the information
Yeah.
for if they run, or if like shots are like
Right.
like you come to a stop and next thing you know you're getting mag dumped.
Yeah, yeah. Huh. That's interesting. I never thought about that. Because most of the time when people get pulled over, the cop doesn't flick their lights on right away. They drive behind them for a while. That's
Yep.
interesting. I never knew why.
Yeah. So like I'll ride behind like you want to pull someone over like on a straight roadway. Like if there's a curb, like
Yeah.
curves, like I'll wait. If there's hills, I'll wait, because that's just like officer safety.
Yeah.
You don't want to like at least in my department, what kills us the most are people driving, like traffic stops while people are driving. They usually get hit by cars, especially
Oh,
if we
wow.
stop on like freeways and all that.
And that's like a common thing?
I wouldn't say common, but like that's
That's
our
that's the
biggest killer.
highest. Okay.
Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
And you said that you were having to report all the crossroads, so you have to have a pretty good idea of the geography of, I guess, maybe your territory. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, how
Yeah.
big are these territories? Like, you got to know a lot of crossroads.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, I grew up in
Yeah.
Sturgis, but some of those, even the crossroads, like, what street is this? Is this Fourth, Fifth? Like,
Yeah.
No. I grew up in Sturgis. I don't know any of the roads in that
Yeah.
town. Besides 12.
Yeah.
But
Is most
I
of it
mean-
just GPS? Do you, like, I would assume you have a GPS, right? And that's kind
okay.
of
and in our timesheet, we have an option for a stop, and it auto populates the address. So it's like it will put like the main road you're on in your crossroad. So if you don't know, you can just kind of
Oh.
go to the daily, hit the stop button, and then it populates. Okay, that's where I'm at.
Oh.
Also, one of the counties that I work, they're all numbered. So like you know where you're like if you know like the direction you're traveling and what road you're on, you can kind of figure out what the crossroad is, especially with the house numbers. So like the house numbers, like if you're on 134th and you're approaching 16th, the roads are all going to start with a 15. Like the house numbers are all going to start with a 15.
Hmm.
So if
Oh,
the numbers
okay.
are increasing, you're approaching like 16th, and if they're descending, you're approaching 14th.
That
Or
makes
no,
sense.
you're approaching 15th.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now, Berry County. It's like a guy was like the whoever designed the roads was tired from his day job or whatever, and he gave his 4-year-old child a crayon and said, "Here,
Yeah. Yeah. Just kind of
scribble." Yeah,
just kind of
like
all over.
yeah, all over. The road, like their names change. Like there's roads where there's 4 different names. It just depends on where you're at on the road. It's a little bit harder to learn that one, but Allegan County's real
Inter-
simple.
Interesting. So, kind of before the podcast, you were talking about your your training or the academy or whatever, and so I guess what all does that entail? Because in my mind, I'm thinking like police academy is like some military basic training camp. Is that similar to that or?
Yeah. So at least my department, it is like it's like basic training mixed with college level law classes is how they
Okay.
kind of describe it.
Okay.
Good. I mean I can walk you through a day or through a week.
Okay.
It's
Sure.
so uh so kind of broad picture of the week. You report Sunday after or Sunday at whatever time they tell you to report, and then you're there until Friday until they tell you to get the fuck out the building. And so yeah, so you report Sunday. You might have some class like at night, or it just depends on your report. But then you wake up on Monday. You wake up to Reveille. I don't know if you ever heard it. It is a just trumpets.
Okay.
You wake up at 5 in the morning. You have like 15 minutes to get around and get into the stairwell to be down at the gym for PT at like 5:30.
Okay.
You PT until about 6:45. After that, you have 15 minutes to get up to your rooms, shower, and get into your uniform.
What does PT consist of?
It consists of a lot of body weight stuff.
Yeah.
Like towards the end, they start incorporating like weight training. So at my academy, we our drive track is about a mile long. And so for one of our PT sessions, we bear crawled the whole
The whole
drive
mile.
track. Yeah.
Okay.
And I did the academy in the winter. So it was like 20 degrees. It was hell. A lot of like there's a lot of running. My academy, I don't know why they did a lot of leg stuff. So there's a lot of PT sessions where we did the whole PT session we were doing lunges around the academy, squats, just a whole bunch of stuff. But at least every week we'd go into the tank. It's called the tank. It's not a swimming pool. Get in trouble if you call it a swimming pool. And we'd just do PT in the water,
Oh,
which
okay.
that was kind of like your rest day
Yeah.
because you're just swimming.
Okay.
But it's a lot.
Okay.
Just a lot of kind of just your body weight stuff, and then you transition to phase 2, and that becomes more of your weightlifting and kind of looser PT.
Okay. And then after PT.
Yeah. So after PT, we went or you have 15 minutes to get upstairs and shower, get in your uniform, and then be down ready for breakfast chow at 7 in the morning. You have about a half hour for chow. Get back upstairs from like 7. So then once you're upstairs, 7:30 to 8 is inspection. So you stand at attention outside your room, and then staff will go around. There's like this whole kind of song and dance they do. You're staying at attention. They walk by. You have to like flip like you have to present your arms for inspection. So you gotta be like that. And then the second troop will walk by, and that's when you can put them down. It has to be like one quick fluid movement. They'll ask you questions. Sometimes they'll have fun with it. One of the recruits, his roommate, because you're also paired with a different person every week. His roommate had crumbs under his collar.
Mm-hmm.
So the troop asked his roommate if he was a mouse, and he said, "No, sir." He says, "Then why is he hiding crumbs? Hiding crumbs under his collar?" There's another one. I guess this guy kind of had like a booger hanging out his nostril. He was asked if he was a booger eater.
This is just in the police academy. They're just all goofing around, having fun with it.
Yeah, but they're doing it really seriously.
Oh, okay.
Like they're joking, but they're being
Right.
being dead serious. But
Right.
he was asked if he was a booger eater. The troop walks away from him. A little bit later, he comes back. He has him pick his nose, and just kind of hold on his finger for the rest of inspection. It's an interesting time there.
Yeah.
I think those are the two. I don't know if I've been stuttering a lot, but my stutter got made fun of a few times in inspection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because if you do something wrong, you get a verbal warning.
Okay.
So staff was off the floor, but we weren't dismissed yet, so we're still staying at attention at our doors. And I see movement to my right, and I'm like, "Oh, is someone moving? What's going on?" So I look over to the right, which I shouldn't have done. I should just have looking straight forward like I was supposed to. I look over, and so like there's the corners right here, and I just see a troop peeking his head out, and we make eye contact, and he says something I can't remember, and I go I. He hits me with the I verbal warning, and just so like they're having fun with it, but also it's kind of I don't know how they're having fun, but we're not having fun. If
Right.
that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, it's fun to be a troop, but it's not fun to be a recruit.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. That sounds a lot similar with military. It's yeah, they just kind of beat you up, and then once you go through the process and then you are the head guy, then you kind of have fun with it. But
Yeah.
it always sucks for the new person.
Yeah, I would love to go back there at some point and just do inspections. It'd be so fun.
And would you say physically, like going into it, were you prepared for everything that it was requiring, would you say? Or I guess, what was the experience like? Was it everything you expected? Was it way more difficult than you expected it to be? Was it easier?
All right. So I went in better than most because I had from a reference, because I was doing all I was a cadet. I was doing all these ride-alongs with other troops. So I'll just pick their brain, try to get their experience from the academy. So I had a good idea, but I built it up in my head to be worse than what it actually was. So it was easier than I thought it was going to be, but it's still by far the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It sucks so much, but also it's a lot of fun in retrospect. Physically, I wasn't the best. I wasn't the worst. I was definitely pushed to my limits, but that's the whole point of being there.
Mm-hmm.
especially when they pepper spray you.
They pepper spray you?
Yes,
Like with your eyes open?
yes, and
Oh
mouth.
man. Oh man. What was
Yeah.
that like?
Oh hell, I'll never do it again. I'm never deploying my pepper
Oh
spray on the road.
man.
I'm not touching that shit.
That's kind of
Never.
like the purpose for it is kind of so that you at least know the I don't
Oh,
know, kind of what you're
they'll
holding and
say
that you
it,
don't
but
just
no,
spray it
no,
willy-nilly.
no. They'll say it's like, oh, it's so you know how. No, they had to do it in the academy, so we have to do it in the academy. It's tradition.
I mean, is there anything that you've ever experienced that compares close to what it's like? Like when I think pepper spray, I don't even know like what that would even be like. Like your pepper that you put on your food, right?
Yeah.
Is it intense like that? Is it cayenne pepper? Is it like Tabasco? Like what does it feel like? Is there anything chlorine you've ever smelled? Ammonia? I don't know. Like
Okay.
what can you compare it to?
So the one of the sergeants put it this way. I'm gonna butcher it, but it's a great analogy, I think. So picture a cast iron pan, right? And you put a bunch of oil in it, and you get it all bubbling. All right. The pan's like extremely hot, oil's going, and then Satan comes up and pisses in it, and then they dump that Satan piss and oil into your eyes. That's what it's like.
So it felt like fire, like
Yes.
it was actually
Like it was
like
just hot?
like you were getting burnt by like a fire.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Google will say that it feels like you are being burnt alive.
Wow.
Wow.
Even if it's just on the skin? Like it just burns your skin too?
Well, like you're not gonna have like any like burn marks or
Right,
anything,
but it
but
feels like it?
very irritated.
Wow.
Very, very irritated.
And you got hit in the face with it or where?
Yeah. Yep. So they had us go out in pairs. They
Did you spray each other?
No,
Or no,
we
the
didn't
troops
spray
got
each
to
other.
spray you, huh?
Yeah, troop got sprayed us. And then they had us repeat our name, and we're like our birthday and where we're from, and we had to keep saying that. And then after a while, they just take the pepper spray, go right over your eyes like 2 times, and then do a little bit in the mouth, and then yeah, your face is burning. They run you through this little gauntlet where we had to arrest a guy. He ends up pulling a gun out on us, so we had to deal with that problem. Wow.
While pepper
Like
sprayed?
while pepper sprayed, he was firing caps, and then like I got shot in the leg, so I had to tourniquet my leg.
Wow.
Then we then had to render, so like per our policy, if we shoot someone and like the threat is dealt with, we shall render aid to them too.
Right.
So we had to render aid to like this dummy, like plug holes, tourniquet him, and then we had to carry him like 500 feet. It was.
And now you wear glasses, so were you able to wear glasses with the pepper spray, or did you have to take the glasses off?
So they have us wearing safety glasses. I typically wear contacts, and I wore them for most of the academy, but I took those out for the pepper spray because if you have contacts while you get pepper sprayed, the
like melts
spray
them?
doesn't melt them, but it gets under. It kind of like
yeah.
infects the contact. So, the best way I can put it is, I felt the pepper spray on my eyes and face for a week after I got pepper sprayed.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Yeah, it affects some people worse than others. I am on the worst end.
Right.
And while you were having to go do those tasks after you got pepper sprayed, like were your eyes open? Were you actually able to see? Were you just like, was water coming down them? Were you crying? Like what was that like? Were you just doing everything blind?
Some were doing it blind. I was able to keep my eyes open for the most part. I'm already blind enough without without any corrections on like glasses or contacts. So like that was no different. But like just keeping your eyes open hurt really bad. Snot just streaming down my face. It was just not a good time. I would never do that again. Never.
Do you think that getting sprayed by that kind of gave you an appreciation for what it is? Like, do you think going into that beforehand, would you have pepper sprayed somebody? Like you said, I will never pepper spray somebody in my life.
Yeah.
Do you think that changed after being pepper sprayed, or like,
Yes.
did you realize the magnitude of what it was going to be?
No.
Yeah.
So we had like, in my squad we had a few military people, and one of my buddies he's military police, and they've had getting pepper sprayed, or they've had to, yeah, they've been pepper sprayed before. Like it might just be like a law enforcement thing, even military versus out here where we're at. And he was like, "Oh, like pepper spray's the worst. It sucks so bad. Blah blah blah." I was like, it's not. It's gonna be fine. Like, yeah, it'll be okay." I've never been so wrong in my life. It was honestly, we have like for like this water safety, we had this practical where we have to dive into the tank, do a lap, and when we come back towards where we dived in, there's this person that's drowning, and we have to get behind them, and then get them in a tow them down to one end of the tank and back. And while we're towing, they're flipping on us and trying to and pushing us down there, drowning us.
You.
Yes, I would do that over getting pepper sprayed again. And that was like I was the most physically pushed I've ever been. Once I got hit, the person out of the tank, we had to do CPR on a dummy. And while I was doing CPR, my vision was like fading out. Like I was about to pass out.
Just from lack of
and
air?
I would do that. Lack of air, just exhaustion. And I would do that 10 times again. 10 times. Just to not get pepper sprayed one more time.
What if I paid you $1,000 to get pepper sprayed?
Okay, well, yeah.
What? That was such an easy sell.
I thought we were gonna work up in that one. I thought I was like, maybe I should say 5,000. No, that'd be too much. We'll just start at 1,000. We'll see how high we actually go. And I was like, I was not expecting you to say, yeah, 1,000.
Yeah.
Well, that's money though.
That's true.
I'll do it for 1,000.
It's a money glitch.
You do it for 100?
No.
What about 500?
No.
Oh, come on, it can't be that
we
bad.
already offered him 1,000. He already knows he's getting 1,000.
He was thinking about it though. Did you have to get tased while you were at the academy too? Oh, okay.
Nope. We don't do that whole tasing thing.
Okay.
But you get tased and it's like 5 seconds and you're done.
Yeah.
Which is a lot better deal than I got with pepper spray, where it's a week. And like the next few days you're doing PT and it's reactivating because it's oil based.
Oh.
So your sweat's reactivating it. So you're getting re-pepper sprayed pretty much while you're doing PT.
Oh.
There's no like substances or soaps that they've created to like get rid of it or anything like that, or it just you can't get all of it.
Dawn dish soap.
Okay.
Because that cuts like oils and stuff. Like that's like they use to clean like ducks caught in oil spills. So that supposedly helps. That
was probably withheld from you guys during that though.
Like, if you were smart enough to bring it, you could have brought it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't bring it.
Okay. How long does this whole academy last? Like, are you there for 1 week or like
20.
20 weeks? Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So my first day there was January 12th, and my last day was May 30th.
Okay.
And like, what does the pass fail like ratio look like? Like each week, are people failing? Do people get kicked out? Were they pretty lenient on that? Like, what are the
Oh,
requirements with that?
so the first 5 weeks are like is your biggest people quitting, stuff like that. We didn't have anyone actually. For the water safety practical, we did have 2 people fail, and that's just because they gave up. They didn't want to push themselves. But like exam wise, no one failed out. We had 2 people get fired for integrity.
Hmm.
Like this one guy was took his work phone and was texting his wife, and when staff called him on it, he lied to their faces about it.
Hmm.
And in this profession, your integrity is
Kind of
like
everything.
all you are really. If you're a liar, you can't be trusted.
Hmm.
So, he got booted for that. Another one got booted because I just don't think they liked him really.
Wow.
The rumor was, he was injured
Hmm.
for like 6 weeks, and we were like, this is like week 10 when he got fired. And the rumor is so if you're injured, depending on what the doctor's saying, you can't really do PT with the rest of the class. So I guess he just kind of snuck back up to the floors and was just chilling while we were all getting smoked. And I think he got called on that. Oh, and I think we did some like physical test, and he somehow was able to get his sheet and like changed his numbers on there to like a passing
Oh,
grade. So
I see.
And
Not
how many
exact-
people were in this class with you, or like, what was your group? How many?
we started 87, we ended 50.
Oh, 37 people either quit or, oh wow.
Yeah.
When you say got fired, is this like, are you getting paid to be in the academy or?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So with my department pays you while you're at the academy. Other departments, it's changed a lot, but you used to go in on your own dime, but now most departments, agencies, they'll kind of sponsor
Okay.
their people through.
I would
So you
imagine
technically got paid to get pepper sprayed.
Yep. Yeah.
Just not enough.
not $1,000 though.
Not 1,000. I got paid to work out, shoot guns,
Okay.
pepper spray. Like, it's worth it.
So I guess growing up, were you around firearms very much, or was it a new experience to you?
I shot guns, but just for like big gun goes bang. Not for like accuracy or anything like that. So I knew where a trigger was. I knew how to like eject mags. Play a lot of Call of Duty, so kind of knew the not ins and outs, but like I was familiar enough with guns. But
You were the how to shoot
Not
a gun
really how to do
for
it.
dummies.
yeah,
Okay.
like now I can actually do it pretty accurately. So
I was gonna say, because like for me, I didn't really grow up around guns at all. Like I've maybe shot guns, probably less than 5 times in my whole entire life. So touching one, being around one, and I would have to assume if I went from that lifestyle to what you currently are on a day-to-day basis, where you have one attached to your hip, at the very beginning, it seems to me like it would be very, very intimidating and almost scary, just because it's like a tool, and I don't want to slip up and shoot myself, or I don't know. Did you go through that process? I would assume everybody does, because now it's part of your job to where this is a tool that you have to use, and you have to determine when to use it and when to that you may have to hold back from using it because of how powerful it is. So I guess, what does that thought process look like, or how has that affected you?
it hasn't really changed my thought process a lot. They put like hours and hours of training into the gun, so like I'm pretty comfortable with mine. And then for like your situations when like should I draw, like is deadly force like authorized, like can I shoot if I have to? Again, like hours and hours and hours of training. Every day, pretty much every day, for like a 2 hour block, we would have defensive tactics, and I just like you're wrestling, and then like towards the middle, they start putting in like sharp like knives and guns, and you just have to like navigate around those, and just they'll show us a bunch of like videos. We analyze them. Like, did the officer have the authority to use lethal force? Did they like? Is there a better conclusion they could have reached? Just a bunch of stuff like that. So thinking hasn't changed too much. Just confidence with what I can do, and confidence with my tools has. I didn't have it going in, and now I have that confidence.
Like in the academy, were there any people who like discharged, or were there any discharges or anything like that, or is that something that's pretty rare?
So, we could only carry our actual duty handgun while going to the range. In regular classes and all of that, we would have an exact replica of our gun, but airsoft in our holster. So didn't have to worry about anything like that.
It's like the same weight and everything too.
A little bit lighter.
Okay. Does everybody have like a specific, like, does everybody get a Glock 18, or is your gun specialized to the officer?
So we in my department we all carry the same. So for our primary, we all carry the SIG 320.
Okay.
Which is kind of a controversial gun, but I can't really get into that. Kind of like it's going off by itself.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Our backup is a SIG 365, which you either carry in your pocket or you carry on your ankle. I carry it on my ankle. And then for rifle, it's a AR-15 platform. Just FN. I don't know the exact number on that, but and then you can if you wanted, you could carry the department issue shotgun, which is Beretta something. I never really. That's just more equipment I have to take care of.
Right.
So I never carry that, or I opted out of getting issued it.
Is there a reason that you carry on your ankle as opposed to on your hip?
So on my hip, like my primary is on my hip.
Okay.
The 365 is the backup. So really, the only two department approved spots are your pocket, which it's uncomfortable, and your ankle, which if I need my backup gun, I feel like the ankle is a little bit more ease of access.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess at what point are you carrying your primary on you? Because like for just strolling around and like you don't have it at like a normal traffic stop, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you carry an AR platform on.
Oh, that no. The rifle is in the car.
Oh, okay.
The SIG 320 that's always on my hip.
Oh, okay. Oh, so wait, you have two pistols on you.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
You thought that they carried the two pistols and the rifle and the shotgun like all on them at once?
Well, that's why I was asking. Like, at what point does he carry the rifle?
Oh, okay.
That's just for like calls and emergencies where danger is.
So, I've had my rifle out 2 times while working.
Okay.
The first time it was a barricaded gunman situation, where we just kind of surrounded this trailer and called this guy out, who ended up hanging himself before we even got there.
Wow.
The second time was to shoot a deer.
Oh. Because it had got hit by a car or something?
It tried jumping over this guy's fence and it broke its neck.
So, like, what about your pistol, like how many times have you had to, I guess, what's it called when you take it out of its holster on
Uh,
duty?
I have yet to draw that while working.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Is that because like you go through like a rank where you're not going to get like these big calls that would probably have you possibly have to draw it? And because how new are you to the department?
Uh, Going on 3 months.
Oh
Working the
wow.
road.
Okay.
Hmm.
So like you were talking about with the ride-alongs, are
Yep.
they aware of how long you've been there and they're like, okay, newbie, we're not going to give him like some of these things that could lead to I guess more danger because you are somewhat new, or how does that work?
So on the ride-alongs, I was still a civilian, so I had nothing. But uh, the first day out of the academy on that road, I could get any call.
Hmm.
Oh wow.
I don't
Wow.
yeah, I don't know if you guys heard, but like there was like that stabbing up at the Walmart in Traverse City.
Hmm.
And one of the guys I graduated with, he was him and his FTO were one of the first people out on that scene.
Oh wow.
So like you can get anything.
Wow.
Wow. Is
Because
that
like
sorry, go ahead.
cause like one of like my second week was when I had that barricaded gunman. Like the day before, the guy called dispatch and said that he wanted to die suicide by cop. But
Wow.
he was home alone. His kids weren't there, so we're not going to show up because we're not going to give him what he wants. Like we're not going to endanger
Hmm.
ourselves to that. And then the next day, he called, said that his kids were home, and that he stabbed himself. And so, taking the information we knew from the day before, we surrounded his house. Didn't observe any kids there. Called him out. And
Hmm.
he didn't out. And one thing led to another. And it was just discovered. Like we found him in his trailer, like just hanging. So like he didn't stab himself. He just was going through problems. But while we're doing the barricaded, gunman rifle was out. See, like our heavy vest was on.
Wow.
Just I kind of lost my train of thought. But yeah.
Yeah. How surreal is that moment when you're kind of outside this guy's house and it's kind of because I mean your brain is obviously going to go through all these scenarios. It's like, did you ever did it ever cross your mind like that was like a possibility of you dying or kind of like what was
Oh,
your mentality like in that moment?
uh, what's the SpongeBob episode? I forgot everything but like fine dining and breathing.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. Uh, mine was blank, but sharp. If that makes sense. Like it.
Just
Like I was
focus.
shitting bricks. Yeah.
Right.
I was scared, but
Right.
it is what it is. I mean, it was me, my FTO, couple
An
like
FTO
another
is
field training officer. So
okay.
I'm still on FTO. So I have someone in the car next to me every day, judging every move I make.
Okay.
Um, and then there's like 4 like county deputies while we're there. So like I wasn't alone. I had plenty of backup, but it was still a very surreal or
Oh
like
yeah.
oh my gosh type of moment.
Well, yeah, because it just takes like one little millisecond for things to change, and yeah, no, I get that.
Especially when dispatch gives you the wrong house. So we're
Oh
actually not even
wow,
sitting on his house or his trailer. We're sitting on someone else's trailer.
wow.
Yeah.
How did you,
And
how
you're
how did you find out that was the wrong one?
Uh, so we responded to him hanging, and it was not the trailer we were sitting at. It was like the one next to it.
Oh,
your FTO, was it somebody who was there in the academy with you, or was this just
No.
somebody new who you got?
So older officer or older troops can get the opportunity to become an FTO, and then like their primary job really is to train us newbies that are right out of the academy.
Okay.
Like the guy I was with has worked the job for like 14 years. Prior to our department, he was a Marine, so very
Okay.
experienced guy.
Because that's what I'm wondering, going onto the job and dealing with a situation like that you just described, and then in the academy, it's like there's nothing they can do inside the academy for you to experience and get to see something like that. Unless, are you guys watching like super gruesome like videos and graphics to be able to prepare yourselves for the things that you could possibly see like
Yeah.
throughout your career?
So we do watch some game tape from like other people like out there working the job. They, they've they've done a really good job at the academy, putting us through scenarios. So like we would just do a bunch of scenarios. We never had anything like that, but well at the academy, but a whole bunch of just kind of just different things to get us thinking. So like they do their best to get some sort of training, but it's such a evolving job. Like you can take like two civils in a shift, and or civils are all different. You can take like two domestic violences in a shift, and they're just completely different. But they're the same thing, but just the facts and circumstances surrounding them just evolves them to two completely different things, which is kind of hard to do at the academy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's a lot of gray area and context needed for, I mean, just categorizing crime in general.
Yeah.
It's a robbery where somebody's held at gunpoint or somebody's just stealing from the store. I mean, I would imagine those are
Yeah.
categorized completely differently, but it's a lot of context and realizing where the headspace of the criminal is at, and which can change instantaneously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always evolving. It's always changing. No two calls are the same.
Right.
Even if they are the same crime, they're completely different.
So I guess you talked about the most gruesome and, I don't know, frightening experience you've dealt with so far. I guess what?
That wasn't even the worst dead body I've
Oh,
seen.
okay. Yeah. So you've seen multiple dead bodies.
3 so far.
Oh, okay. How?
The other 2 are just natural natural deaths.
Like car
One
accidents?
nah. One died in his sleep. The other
Oh, okay.
died on the toilet.
Oh, okay.
The one on the toilet though, she wasn't discovered until a day later.
Uh,
The worst part, like the smell.
yeah.
Like I smelt that body for a week after.
Wow.
And that's what I was wondering. It's like you can prepare for things, but any type of new job that someone is inexperienced in, it's like you start off, let's take sales, for example. And let's say you're going to go out and do door to door sales in a neighborhood. And it's just like, I already hate bothering people. You go up to that first door and you're just like, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. I hate it. And I mean, dude, a lot of people can't ever even get through that after years of doing it. But it's an acquired skill. You have to keep doing it. You have to get in that right mental state. Sometimes it's changing your mind. Sometimes it's changing your expectations. There's just a lot of things mentally you have to adjust to be able to prepare and to be able to be good at something. Like for me, if I think about like death, like even seeing someone, a family member is like, that sucks. But seeing somebody who's probably going to be mangled or having all these issues, like, what do you think that experience is going to be like for you as you continue to adjust your mind and to be able to prepare for that, to continue to see that throughout your life? Because it's going to be a constant thing that you're going to see.
Yeah. At some point I'm going to see it, and I don't know how I'm going to react. But I don't want to see is a fatal car crash, especially if it's fatal involving children. That is going to be very rough. Obviously, my department has resources to help us through it, but that is going to be a real big challenge once I cross that road.
Because you said you've been doing it 3 months, you haven't been
Yeah.
through the winter months yet, so that's
Yeah.
when there's probably more accidents and
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Is there a different type of, I don't know, you walk into a room and there's a certain kind of energy. Is the energy different from seeing someone take his own life versus dying of a natural cause? Or is it kind of
Nah,
it's kind of just
it,
death?
it's just death. It feels the same.
Hmm.
It's just it doesn't feel real. Like
Hmm.
it, dead bodies don't look like humans, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's more like a wax figure. Like, but maybe I've watched too many zombie movies. I'm always waiting for the person to jump out at
Yeah.
me. But no, it's
Huh.
just like a wax figure right there, and it just doesn't look real
Hmm.
in the
Yeah.
smell, especially so we, per our policy, we have a medical investigator go out, even if it's like a natural cause, just to kind of check out the body,
Hmm.
and then even like the freshest body, if it gets manipulated, there's nothing holding in like the gases and stuff.
Hmm.
So like farts. So this one body got moved. He was still in rigor, so that was something kind of crazy to see.
Rigor?
Rigor mortis.
Like when the
So
body stiffens up after they die.
yep, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So he just kind of held the same position as when he died, or
yep, yep. He was laying aside, kind of like this, and then like legs kind of cocked, and the medical investigator moved him, and he just stayed in that same position. Um, it manipulated his body in just the right way to release any gas left in him, and that smell, which is like a real stinky fart.
And how long, like, rigor mortis at some point to where their body is completely lax or relaxed, where they're not holding on to anything, or
Yeah. So I don't know the exact. It's like rigor mortis sets in a few hours after death, and then like I want to say it's like 16 or some after rigor mortis sets in is when their body goes back limp.
16 hours?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No, don't quote me on that. That's me like trying to remember my forensic science classes back in
back in high school?
like high school. But like at that end, we don't really we don't get any training at, because that's not necessarily like our, for lack of a better term, problem. We're more there
Area
to
of expertise, yeah.
yeah. That is a better way to put that. That's more of your forensic science. We're there like, well, did they kill themselves? Did they get shot on the head? They can investigate it that way.
Okay.
So something I think's cool is at the beginning of the episode is that you shared that you were looking into psychology and studying that. And now you're experiencing psychology on a day-to-day basis, people's mindsets and where they're at. Have you ever like thought about that? Like after each time you encounter someone or this call, like always wondering like, what is this person, where's this person at emotionally? Like what type of trauma, what ticked, not ticked is a bad word, but what set them off? Did you ever think about those things? And if so, have you seen anything like across the board where it seems like there's just certain specific things that just really people have a hard time of dealing with, and that's how they get in these positions to where they're really causing destruction to themselves or to the community?
I don't tend to like to think about that, because the best way to put it is we're dealing with people like who are having their worst day ever.
Yeah.
Like typically, unless it's like your simple traffic stop, we're responding to someone who, like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to them. even if it's like a nothing burger. Like still to them, it is the worst thing that's ever happened. Um, so that's kind of like the frame I don't try to well are they like depressive? Are they going through anxiety? Unless they are actually mentally ill, like something bad just happened to them, and I'm just there to try to do the best I can.
Hmm.
Because
So you're more focused on doing your job properly than making sure this person is okay emotionally or they're calmed down. It's like, hey, this is what I'm here to do. I'm here to protect the community and other people around this individual and their current actions. I guess I look at it more from I'm in property management and I have residents come down and sometimes they act like this is their worst day ever too.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I have to try to figure out, okay, this is a confrontational issue. I understand that this is your worst day ever. But it's like, Jake, hey, what's going on? Is everything okay? Because I have to not only do my job and deal with the situation, but I also have to make sure that this person feel comfortable. And after this, that they're still willing to come down to the office and they're still willing to live here at this property for the next however many months until their lease is over. So it's like, I got to also not only resolve this, but I also have to make sure that everything is smoothed over and we're on good terms. Where you're just like, hey, dude, I'm just here to deal with this right now and make sure that nothing goes haywire.
Yeah, I mean that does play a big like role like in the interaction, but typically, at least in my experience so far, like I roll up like in my uniform, and that's a pretty big diffuser, in itself. No, like if there are bigger issues, like obviously, if it's a like a he said she said type of domestic violence where like they both were the aggressor or there's really no evidence pointing one way or the other. Yeah, like try to cool the parties down, try to get them separated. But like at the end of the day, people are going to do what people are going to do, and it's just, in my perspective, just have to try to point them to the best possible outcome, and just kind of hope and pray.
And have you noticed, has like alcohol or drugs been a big influence on a specific number or percentage of your calls, or is that looked at?
So far I've only worked days. So at least with the alcohol, I've only dealt with alcohol sober people, but with drugs, I don't think I've had anyone that's like high on drugs that I've interacted with. But I mean, the drugs definitely play a huge factor. Like one of the domestic violences I had, like not drug related at all, but other stuff ended up happening to like him and like his trailer due to drugs, which completely not connected to why I was there. But I mean, it just depends on the call, time of day probably, and just like you're dealing with people who are repeat customers for one reason or another, or you're dealing with people on their worst day, which could be related to substances, or it could just be, hey, my neighbor wants to cut down this tree, and it's like 2 feet onto my property, and I don't want him to cut this tree down. Can you tell him not to cut this tree down? And like, well, it's not his property. He can do it, and just like navigate situations like that. Try to point them to their best resources possible.
Because I wonder have you talked to many people who have been in the department for extended period of time and they've seen how the laws have changed and how maybe people have gotten wilder as the laws have changed, or if they've tightened up? Like, have you asked them, have they shared if there's been a big change? Like the department's not what it is now, like how it used to be, or anything like that? Do you hear those types of stories or anything?
Oh, all the time.
That's just old people in general.
Yeah, that's just salty troops. Especially that conversation revolves around like our pursuit policy. So we can't really do pursuits anymore, because it's just a liability. Except for like the 5 life-threatening felonies or like violent crimes. So like, if this dude just shot someone, we can pursue, or like armed robbery. in its attempt, we can pursue.
By that you mean like a
Us.
high-speed chase?
Yeah.
I see.
Yep.
So if I'm speeding, you
Yeah.
can't like chase me.
No.
Noted. Noted.
Yeah. At least with my department. Other departments still could.
Okay.
What about this? When you show up on the scene, like, do you feel respected? Have there been instances where you feel like people have not respected you, or anything like that?
As of now, I haven't had anyone pop off I guess disrespect me.
Okay. Because I know
Because
at the beginning of the episode, I think that's one of the things you talked about was that you were thinking about pursuing this, and then some stuff happened, probably COVID, and I don't know, some things changed your mind. I just wondered how that's influenced you, and like just how you feel like you're treated, or maybe as part of even the community, how other people look at you. Maybe it's not even just responding to a call or anything, but it's just in the community.
I haven't felt like I get any different treatment really. Typically people, at least who I've stumbled upon, tend to want the interaction to go positive for them, so they'll kiss my ass, for lack of a better term. If that's just like kind of motivate me to do something,
To not give him
or
a ticket.
not give them a ticket, or
Okay.
like they know they have warrants, so like they don't want to get arrested, or
Have you had to arrest
They know they-
anybody?
yeah, I've got a few under the belt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, worst part is searching.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just gross.
Just awkward putting your hands on another human being or a guy or what?
Oh yeah, it's awkward. And
Or who was like a really hot girl?
Yeah.
He says, I still have this job.
I would do my duties with dignity and respect.
All right, podcast is over.
What was I gonna? I lost my train of thought. Typically the people that I'm arresting are what you would expect. So you definitely want to put some gloves on. Because it's just kind of yucky.
Do you have to handcuff these people before frisking them?
Difference. You don't ask for a frisk because that's just your pat down. You ask for a search so then you can get thorough and really get in there and check.
So a frisk is just like a little pat down, making sure they don't have any. Okay.
Yeah, and the search is like you're going through pockets and all that. Typically, it depends. So we make contact with someone. We don't know if he has weapons. There's no reason to detain him. No reason to arrest as of right now. You can just be like, hey man, do you mind? Like, do you have anything on you that can like hurt me, stick me, poke me? Oh, you don't? All right, cool. Do you mind if I just check? And typically, people don't like saying no to police officers.
Right.
So even if they have something on them, they'll still probably give consent. And then you wouldn't handcuff for that. But if like you think, all right, man, you're under arrest. Go ahead, turn around for me, and you hook them up. Then you search them out handcuffed. It's like calls, like how calls are ever evolving. Situations are always different. Same thing with searching. Situations always different. It just depends.
Have you had anybody that tries to resist arrest?
Once.
Oh, how'd that go?
It was a 12-year-old child.
Oh.
Yeah. Kid ran away from home. Was going through some mental health issues. Found him in the woods. And we don't arrest children. We apprehend children. And typically you don't want to handcuff them. But kid was refusing to go out the woods. My partner went and kind of grabbed him to guide him out of the woods. Kid didn't like that, so he just dropped to the like kind of like froze up, dead weight, dead started just kind of
Yeah.
dead weight. I move in. He grabs my hat off my head. He's laying on the
He
ground.
gave you he gave you a noogie.
Yeah, stole my lunch money.
Yeah.
Shoved me in a locker. But pretty much he drops to the ground. I'm trying to uh, get his arms. He starts filling his feet, and I just get kicked in the chest. And then, yeah, we I gain control of his arms. Partner has control of his legs. We flip him over, and since he is combative, he's unpredictable. We ended up putting cuffs on him. But yeah, he's the only person that's fought so far.
Hmm.
It's
Because
interesting. Go ahead.
typically people who are thinking right, it's like this kid had like a whole litany of mental issues he's suffering, but typically people who are more than likely kind of thinking more right, more like less cloud of judgment. Well, no, it's not the best thing to fight. So they'll just
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah they don't.
One of my favorite books is Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. He was a hostage negotiator. And he correlates this book from hostage negotiating with people, negotiating with our partners, negotiating with our bosses, negotiating on OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, no matter what it is. And he goes through that process. And the sales approach has always been very yes focused in the answers that you're trying to get. Do you enjoy a cold glass of water every once in a while? Yes, I do. Wouldn't it be nice if you had one? Like, and whereas he brings out how powerful a no focused answer is in allowing people to really when someone can say no to something, it allows them to be able to express themselves and not feel like they're under the jar. And so that question that you asked is like, do you mind if I search you right now, is much different than being like, is it okay if I search you? Like, yes, no. I was wondering, is that something that you guys are taught? Are you always trying to ask no focused questions to be able to get a response to an allowance to be able to do whatever it is you're asking to do?
So like the way we ask, it's all kind of just like preference. I've never really put any thought into like no focus or yes focused questions, so I can't really speak on it. It's just kind of like how we were taught at the academy. So like in my head, like I don't like I want to ask it like in the nicest way possible. So like where they feel comfortable and feel more comfortable saying yes, if that makes sense. Because like I want to search this person. Right now I can only do it on consent. I want him to consent, so I'm gonna just kind of just do it in like the most friendly way possible.
Makes sense.
Kind of the best way for you to have the access. Yeah, go ahead.
Something that I was kind of thinking about, is there a certain how do I want to ask this? Like the laws are ever changing. Is there like updates that get sent out, or you have to relearn every week, or like what does that process look like?
So pretty much at the academy we had hundreds of hours of legal training. So like the basis of the laws are kind of are well formulated in my head. But if like something is changed or there's something like amended onto a law, we get like legal updates sent to us in the email, and you just go through there and familiarize yourself, relearn if you so choose.
Is there something where, like an app or something, where if you are on the scene, or you can ask a question and it gives you the answer, rather than like reading through this long book of rules? And like if you're unsure of a law, like obviously you have
Like
your
a Chat GPT for police.
yeah.
That would be nice.
You have your FTO there now,
Yeah.
which kind of guides you, and
Mhm.
is the idea just to kind of you'll learn it as you go, and he's there kind of guiding you, or what's that?
Yeah. So even 5 years on the job, you're still not going to know everything.
Right.
So you can Google the law. Go to like it's like the Michigan compiled law. It's a website of like every law in Michigan. Anyone can access it. You, and if you know like like kind of like the keywords you're searching for, you can type them in there. We have our like our academy law book, where I have like an on like a computer PDF version where I can just control F it. And then like when I'm solo, just call a senior troop, someone else that's working, or your
Okay.
sergeant, and be able to get the answers from there.
And then something else, a kind of stemming question from that is you have to have an FTO with you at all times currently.
Yep.
Okay. How long does that
Yep.
last?
All right. So I am about halfway through.
Oh, okay.
I'm like week 3 of phase 2. I got like like a week and a half of phase 2 left. Then I go to phase 3. And then I have shadow phase where I'm riding with me at all times, doing the job, kind of there. I can't really ask them like for help or anything like that. I have to use my resources to figure it out.
Okay.
So like what I would be doing while solo.
So they're there
Uh,
with you, but you kind of have to act like they're not there.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
And then after shadow phase, I go on to probation, which is 18 months. So, yeah. So I'm riding solo. I'm all by myself, but I'm still not like full fledged until like after that. So like I should be full fledged next July.
What is the difference from that probation period to you being fully let loose?
Nothing. Other than it's harder for you to get fired.
It's harder for you to get fired on probation phase.
No, it's easier to get fired while on probation
Okay.
than once you're off probation.
Okay.
Like, is it like 3 strikes, 3 mistakes, and you're out, or are there a certain limit, or like, well, how does that even work?
Not I don't think there's a limit or anything. It's just now like if you're really messing up, or if you're just out there violating rights, left, right, and center, or like you're taking bribes, you're arresting a meth head and then having sex with them before you lodge him into jail,
Oh.
stuff like that. You'll get canned for. But
Yeah, I can imagine.
yeah, I mean you get canned for that stuff too if you were even off probation. But
Yeah.
You got some real strict bosses up there.
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
I thought this was Gotham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a question, but now I'm completely blanking.
So, have you got to test the limits of the motor in the car that you have, like to see how fast that thing will go?
So at the academy, we were driving our Durangos, and then one of the days they took us to the Chelsea Proving Grounds, which is like a Dodge or in Chrysler plant where they test the new engines and stuff, and they let us just open it up. Our Durango is limited at 130 miles an hour. I was able to get it 131.
Oh, nice.
Now, well, actually doing the job, fastest I've gotten was 120, and that was in a Ford Explorer.
Man, wow, okay. Huh.
That's because you were, what do they call it when you have your lights on going to a call?
Yeah. We were running code.
Running code.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The call we were going to was an unknown situation. Someone called 911. Dispatch in the background heard, "No, don't hurt her," and then gunshots, and that was the end of the call. It turns out it was 2 dogs fighting. The her was a dog, and the gunshots were a neighbor trying to scare the dogs from fighting.
Wow.
So
That seems like a
nothing would.
a rough solution.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously, with the information we had, we're
Oh
nuts to
yeah.
butt gunning it,
Yeah.
but it turned out to be really a nothing burger.
Wow.
So, like, what are the rules when you're in code? Like, obviously, I mean, you got to get there fast, but you also have to be uh, safe from the general public for like run
Yeah.
red lights and all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
if you get in an accident, that's a huge liability
Yeah.
for your department. So, how does that work?
So pretty much, you drive to the conditions of the road. So you come to a stop sign. Now, obviously, you don't have like you're going code, so you don't have to full stop. But people are idiots. Sometimes like you're in a wooded area, so you can't really see. So you're gonna want to come to like a almost complete stop. So you don't blow the stop sign, because if you blow the stop sign, someone doesn't hear your sirens, you T-bone them.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad time for everyone involved. If you're on a hilly road, you're not really wanting to go nuts to butts because you. What if someone is like just under the hill and like you're going 130? You're not gonna be able to stop in time. You can't really swerve because you swerving lose control and you're gonna roll going 130. Like the only time I was able to really open it up was on the highway. But like fastest I've gone not on the highway is probably about 100.
Okay.
And that was a empty road. I could see like 5 miles down, like no cars are coming.
Yeah, because you still have to be able to do it safely.
Yeah. Like the big thing is you want to get there as fast as you can, but you want to get there. You don't want to be the next emergency on that board.
Yeah, and you want to make sure that everybody else who's going through their normal daily lives like is still not like having to like swerve and miss you and like making jobs for the ambulance and the fire department to go deal with them while you're like in hot pursuit or whatever. Okay, yeah. So this is interesting. I'm in Miami, Florida, and Broward Sheriff's Office is one of the largest, I think, sheriff's department in the country. And so one of the things, if I'm going in the gym early in the morning at around 5 in the morning, I always see these guys. I'll see a BSO officer have a red light. He turns his lights on. He goes through the red light, and then he turns them off. And then you'll see him another like quarter of a mile down the road. He does the same thing. He's like, dude, what the hell? What? Like, this cannot be legal. Like, how are you doing this, dude? Like, what is that?
So I can't speak for Florida. But if I was to do that, I would be in hot water.
Okay.
That is a big no. Like, it's the misuse of emergency lights.
Yeah.
So I would.
Which I mean, I get it. There's probably nobody else out there at that point in time, but still, it's just like, dude, like I just want to like follow him and do it and just be like the Barney Fife, like citizens arrest, arrest.
No. Again, I don't know how Florida operates, but at least when I'm on the road, I try to obey all traffic laws unless I'm going code.
Yeah, like at least what I'll do, instead of going straight through, I'll turn right and then I'll do a U-turn and I'll turn right again.
The old loophole.
Going straight to the what?
The old loophole.
Yeah.
Can't get you.
No. Perfectly legal.
Yeah. So that actually reminded me of one of the questions I was going to ask. So when you pull somebody over, what is your where's the line that you draw on whether you're going to pull them over or not? Like speed wise.
Oh, so I'm not radar trained, so I don't run the radar. So I don't pull over for speed. My FTO can run the radar, but typically when I get radar trained, it's gonna have to be like 15 over.
30, 40.
Yeah.
Come on, 15.
I mean, it depends. Like, is it the highway or is it like a regular county road? Like a county road, probably 15. Freeway, probably 20, 25 over.
So you wouldn't pull somebody over for going 10 over? If it's like a 55, you wouldn't pull somebody over for going 65?
No.
Is
'Cause
that kind of the
I don't want to be a
standard?
hypocrite.
Right, right.
I mean, it depends. Like,
Some people are sticklers.
yeah, some people are stickler. Like, I'm well within my authority of pulling someone over, going 1 mile per hour over. No way in hell would I do that. But like, I could.
Because
And
you
I,
had mentioned that you'd done like 70 some stops and only written
yeah,
5 tickets. So those
yeah,
tickets aren't speed related. They have to be
no,
what, like lights or something like that, or I guess.
yeah. Mainly, um, like most tickets are up cell phone usage while driving.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that, or seatbelt related. But like most of the pullovers, it's your expired registration tabs,
Hmm.
tail lights out, headlights are out. When I first started doing them, I was pulling over for tint too, just like violations like that, or like unreadable plates, or what else? Yeah, yeah, unreadable plates. Just your like equipment violations.
Hmm.
How do you enforce, like you talked about cell phone use, like you hopeful that your car picks it up on camera? Like if they take it to court, like how does that get documented, I guess?
I don't know. Um, haven't experienced that. Uh,
Hmm.
like the one person I wrote for cell phone usage, the ticket ended up getting thrown out because he ended up dying
Oh, wow.
later down the line. Don't know how. Don't know what caused it. So I
Texting that while driving?
Yeah.
that's kind of the working theory. That he
Uh-huh.
didn't might not have learned his lesson.
Wow.
But
Jeez.
yeah, he ended up dying. So I don't know exactly what it would be. So like for violations like that, it's kind of like we so our like car cameras are connected to our lights. So we flip the lights on, camera turns on. But
Oh.
we can also turn it on manually. So and it's recording 3 seconds before. Yeah, like so you turn the camera on, it picks up 3 seconds before like you turn the camera on, if that makes
Oh,
sense.
okay.
So it's always recording, but it's not always saving unless
Uh,
Okay.
it turns on. So it's kind of recommended. Like you see a violation like that, just turn your camera on. Don't turn the lights on. Just your camera, so it picks it up. Because
Hmm.
at least with me being new, I'm not typically pulling them over before like 30 seconds before or 30 seconds after I observe the violation.
Hmm.
Because like I'm still not like 100% on roads. Um, I'm making sure that I have like good clearance to stop.
Hmm.
Like I'm not stopping like on a curb. I'm not stopping on a hill.
Oh, okay.
So
Interesting.
it's just good practice to turn your camera. Like as soon as you see the violation, which I've done with like people like running stop signs, you see the violation, camera goes on, and then you can, for lack of a better term, take your time getting that stop done
Hmm.
or stop started.
That's interesting. Do you notice like do you notice a difference from when you're driving in your personal car versus when you're driving in a police cruiser? Because it's like everybody is like, oh, I want to be in line. I want to abide by the law, and
I hate it so much.
yeah,
It's so frustrating, especially if I'm trying to get somewhere and the person's driving like 500 the speed limit. I'm like,
yeah,
just go, please. Like I'm not gonna pull you over. Just go. But nope, they don't. Like nothing wrong with driving safe,
right.
but it gets annoying when people drive too safe.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's just the common. Because I mean, it's you don't really know which cop is going to be behind you, so it's like, okay, how fast
Yeah,
can I go without this guy pulling me over? Is this
yeah,
guy is this guy following me just because he wants to give me a
yeah,
ticket? Is
yeah.
there's a
No,
lot
that's
that goes
fair.
on.
I hate when cops are behind me.
Yeah.
Like I think anyone hates when cops are behind them, even if they've been like a cop
Hmm.
for 20 years.
Yeah.
Um, can't speak to other people or other departments, but like most yeah, most people that I work with at my post are you're at least fine if you're going like 9 over.
Hmm.
Some might get you if you're going 10. Some might get you if you're going like only get you if you're going 20. It depends, but for the most part, mine are like people I work with. It's 10 over is when they start kind of looking.
That's like our brother Josh's
Unless you're
saying of 9 you're fine, 10 you're mine.
yeah.
I'm not sure if he attributes that to anything, but more so as just a general rule.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, it seems kind of like that is the standard.
Okay.
Like unless the person unless the officer really wants to get into your car, if
Yeah.
you're going 5 over, you're not getting pulled over.
Right. That makes sense.
Now, like start
So
speeding.
Jake, funny story. I don't know if you ever heard this, but in high school, I had a friend that had a Lincoln Continental that was dark blue. And we used to have the radar gun, right?
Yeah.
Well, that radar gun pulled into a cigarette lighter. So
Like a
we would
baseball
go.
radar
You
gun.
guys know on Lake. You guys know on Lakeview where the tennis courts are, right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we would sit there at an angle, and we would have the radar gun shooting out the passenger window, and you would see how cars would be going from 35 to like down to 20, and then they would go the 20 the whole way, the whole way, the whole way. It was amazing just to see like.
I can't.
People do, yeah.
Is.
Yeah.
I
That
can't,
is very common and very frustrating.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's just like
Also-
an instinctual thing once you see a cop to just slow down and think about whether you're going over the speed limit after the fact of slowing down.
I mean,
I'm
honestly,
usually
though,
going over the speed limit.
Right,
so
right,
it's
right.
just a matter of how much am I going over the speed limit.
Yeah.
if they're running radar and you can see them, and you're speeding, they've already clocked it.
Yeah.
So might
Yeah.
as well just keep it going.
Yeah.
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 Actually, this morning I was going to the gym. So usually on the weekends and maybe once a week, I like to go to a gym that's farther away because I don't know if you know this, Brandis, but I have a Polaris slingshot. So it's one of the 3-wheel motorcycle look like cars. And I like to drive it early in the morning because traffic is really bad down here in Miami. So it's less busy. And so 4:45 in the morning, I had just been going 92 miles an hour and I was getting off on the exit and I'm just kind of coming up and there was like a Florida State police officer right there. And I was like, I looked down and I was going 79 to 65 and he had his lights off. It was pitch black, dark. And it just goes, I was like, oh, wow, dude. I was so, I guess, fortunate because I believe down here in Florida, I think anything over 15, you can actually get arrested for.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I'm not sure.
That seems like everybody should be arrested then.
Well,
Everybody's
right, yeah,
going 20 miles an hour over the speed limit all the time.
Yeah, especially on the freeway, I-95. Like, there's cars passing me. Yeah, if I'm even going like 75, it's just they're flying. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just interesting because I would assume that different departments have different standards, but they probably also have different job duties. Like some places are probably so busy dealing with all other sorts of BS that it's like I'm not dealing with someone who's going. Well, I guess reckless driving is one thing, going extremely fast, but just like even 15, 20 miles an hour, if everybody's doing it, but I got all this other stuff to deal with, it's like, hey, this is none of my business.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Is there
I mean,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, I was filling air.
Oh, okay. Is there like kind of a hierarchy in like the police force, I guess? So like you have your city cops, you got your county, you got your state. Is there like you guys like talk shit about each other or like how how does that work?
It depends on where you're going. The areas I work, we're all pretty friendly with each other.
Okay.
Now, there might be a few depths that, like, my coworkers don't like because they view them as lazy. But for the most part, we try to operate as one big team. Like, our uniforms are different colors, but we're all still working for the same end.
Right.
Now, in most instances, are the the cars different colors and different types of cars as well for department to department?
Yeah, so it typically is kind of like they're all the same make and model, but
Oh,
it's
really?
yeah. Uh, most of our cars are you're either gonna have like at least the area that I work, you're gonna either have a Durango, a Tahoe, or a Explorer. I can't say it because we call them Ford Exploders. Explode.
Explorer.
Thank you. Yep. But color wise, typically your cities are going to be black, your counties are going to be brown, and then the sexy blue with the bubblegum light on top
That's the
is,
state.
is the state. Yeah.
Okay, so that's unique in terms. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. And it's interesting how that changes state by state as well, because I've seen different states, different structures with that even.
How do?
What about like,
Sorry,
have you guys have watched Super Troopers, right? Both of you?
I've seen it, but it's been a
Bits and
long
pieces.
time.
Yeah. Huh. Have you ever done like a ticket and registration meow?
No.
You don't fuck with people like that.
No. I should run it by my FTO when I go in tomorrow. See if we can do that. But
Yeah, yeah.
we try to be as professional as possible in dealing with the public.
Right. Like the jurisdiction, how is there, if you get a call just outside of your jurisdiction, is it like just first responder, whoever's there takes the lead on the case, or you take the lead on the case until somebody with ruling jurisdiction gets there? How does that stuff work?
So I'm not too sure about jurisdiction because I don't have to worry about it.
Oh, okay.
The whole state is my jurisdiction, but typically,
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm assigned to two counties, but my jurisdiction reaches the whole state. But for like people who first arrive, like it's typically, if it's a hot call and we got a lot of units arriving, the first one there tends to take lead, but because of how my department is viewed, kind of gets pushed onto us.
Okay. So if like a county is first responder and then a state guy shows up, then it's kind of he takes the lead on it.
It really depends.
Oh, okay.
If county wants it, the county has it.
Oh, okay.
But like, let's say it's like a 14-year troop, like that, like he's been through a lot of stuff, and like the dep is fresh off like their version of FTO. The troop might offer to take it, and then
Oh, okay.
but like we're not gonna like go to someone's call and be like, this is ours now, because that's
Okay.
just gonna cause
Right.
bad blood from the agencies. And
who wants to work more?
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, no,
You want to go ahead, yeah, that's your
Yep.
hours. That's all your paperwork, bro.
yep. Our job is 80% paperwork,
Yeah.
10% doing the fun stuff, and then 10% getting prepared to do the fun stuff.
So when you say 80% paperwork, most of the time you're doing the paperwork in your car, or you like cut your shift short so you have to go back to the office and like type it all up. Like, what does that look like?
In the car, or we'll sit at the office
While
and
you're
it's-
driving.
No. That's dangerous. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, in the performance of my duties, I can break the law, so I guess I could do that. I'm not going to do that because that's just stupid. But no, like I'll park somewhere and like act like I'm running radar, but I'm actually just on the computer typing up the reports. Or if we only have one computer in the car, so if like my FTO also needs to do stuff on the computer, we'll go back to the post and just kind of listen to the radio. And if we get dispatched to a call, we just hop back into the car, go to the call, and just type out reports at the post.
These reports
And
are
do you just have
like
a lot of these blank, it's like domestic violence here? Okay, now I just enter in the different names, and okay, speeding here. I just enter it. Do you guys save everything that you've had used previously, so you don't have to retype everything each and every time? I don't know. There's probably a better word than blanks.
Like a template?
Templates or anything like that.
So there are kind of templates, but with how everything is always different from call to call, you can't really plug and play.
Okay.
You can use the templates to to make sure you have the headings that you need. But when it comes to information, it's all different.
Yeah.
all of the paperwork that you're doing, like this is all just based off of people you've stopped. Like you have to do paperwork even on the ones that you don't give tickets to.
So we don't do reports for traffic stops
Okay.
unless I pull someone over and they are improperly carrying a handgun in the car. So now that's a CCW, carrying concealed weapon. So now it's a felony. So then I do a report on that because they just committed a felony.
Oh,
But
okay.
if I'm pulling someone over for a taillight that's out, no other crimes or no crime. I shouldn't say no other because it's not a crime to
Right.
have a broken taillight. It's a civil infraction. But no crimes observed. There's nothing there. There's no report. Even with a ticket, there's no report unless it's like a
wow.
misdemeanor.
Okay.
It's like you're driving an unregistered car or you're driving with your license suspended. Because that is then a crime because it's a misdemeanor.
Okay.
But no, typically the reports are all are reserved for crimes, not civil infractions.
So
Or for civils.
How long does it take you to do the paperwork from one crime or until you actually turn it in?
It depends. So like your civil complaint, which is like your no crimes been committed, neighbors are arguing. Like that's a paragraph. I can knock that out in like
Okay.
15 minutes. Now like your actual crime, it depends. And it also depends on what crime. So like our domestic violence reports have to be done for in 24 hours. Of us getting working that call.
Right.
But typically, all crimes are divided by file classes. So like you have your assault file class, your larceny file class, all that stuff. And I think any file class under a 3200, you have 7 days. Like the report needs to be done within 7 days, and then anything above a 3200, it has to be 10 days. And there's just your special circumstances.
Let's say, for example, I call you because somebody stole my bicycle, and then you come over and you're looking at that. You still have a little bit more of detective work to do. Or let's say it's a case where you might have to go do a little bit of a detective work and questioning other people. That report can be due a little bit later because you have more detective work to do, or what does that even look like?
So larceny of a bicycle, it really depends on what information you give me. Do you know your exact make and model of the bicycle? Do you know the serial number of the bicycle? Are there any unique identifying marks? Did you put little toddler bikes where there's the frills off the the tricycle?
Yeah, I had those.
Yeah.
They had cars between the spokes too to make it sound loud.
Yeah. Stuff like that. Do you have cameras at your house facing the outside where the person might have been? I'll go talk to your neighbors, see if they see anything suspicious. See if they have any cameras that could have picked anyone up. I had a larceny of a trailer, and I was able to determine which way the suspect's car went out of it due to tire imprints in the dirt and dust kicked up. So I look into that, but that is typically we'll do that before the report's even written. We'll get the information, write up the report. maybe do send that. And if there's anything more like information gained or anything like that, or like I developed the suspect, interview the suspect, I'll in our report system we can create supplemental reports which connect to the original one, and then I just put the information in there, and then it's the same time frame. Get that done.
That makes sense.
With my thinking, I was thinking like the TV show, The First 48 Hours. Like sometimes those guys are out there looking for, months on end for what happened, and I would assume just continuing to write reports or, I guess, catching up on it.
Yeah. For like the first 48 hour stuff, that's more like your
chance
your
to solve
homicides
it.
and yeah.
Okay.
For like your non-violent crimes, it's very information dependent. Like every larceny I've had, the person hasn't known like the serial number of their stuff. They haven't known like no cameras, no nothing, no information, no possible suspect. Neighbors didn't observe anything. So it's just kind of like it sits open until we're told that we can close it due to having no further leads or no further
Right, and most of
information.
the time it could be that they're just reporting it and calling it in for insurance purposes if they did happen to have insurance on it or something like that, or
Yeah.
so it was just noted, not because they expect you guys to find it or anything like that. But for the, I guess, Brandon, one of the things I was thinking about, what's been the most eye-opening thing that you've learned through this process, or something where you're like, man, I didn't think it was going to be like this? Maybe something that you're happy that you've seen in the police force that has maybe changed your mind for the better of this world, maybe having a more positive outlook. Has there been something that's given you a more negative outlook of our society and where it's currently at? Anything like that?
I haven't seen anything like super crazy or unexpected. Like like in terms of like positive, like feeling more positive or negative towards like society, but like a big eye-opening thing just to law enforcement in general, what like is the paperwork. Like I knew report writing is a big part of the job. I just didn't realize how much of the job I would be writing reports. So like that was eye-opening, but I haven't seen anything that's made me I guess doing the job for like 3 months. It's maybe like if I have a daughter, I'm never going to let her stay the night at a friend's house, just because of the CSCs that I've had.
CSCs?
Criminal sexual conduct.
Oh, wow.
So like that we're talking like our rapes or molestations. There's a lot of sick people.
Yeah.
And I
when it
guess
comes to, like,
after
stuff
doing
like that.
this for 3 months, has your outlook of people changed? Do you think that people are better than you thought they were, or do you think people are less than you used to previously think, or are you pretty much neutral? You're the same.
I'd say I'm the same.
Okay.
You're always gonna have your um you're good people and you're not so good people. It's yeah. Because before I went to the academy, I was a cadet working the front desk. One of my duties was I registered sex offenders. So I dealt with people that are on the are like Santa's naughty list. So my perception hasn't really changed since then, I'd say.
So, I mean, based on the two things that you just shared with, like, going to the CSCs, is that what you said?
Mhm.
And then the sex offenders, like, do you think Jake and our eyes would be more eye-opening to us to see how many people have had those types of issues or those types of crimes compared to what we may currently think?
I'm not too sure. What I can say though is like or something, and like you see someone, you're like, they look like a pedophile, right? Chances are they probably like there's his look, and so I don't know if there's any like I guess kind of speak on like on the eye opening because
Yeah, I guess, I don't know what your childhood was like, but, growing up in a good childhood and a good environment, I guess for me, like just hearing about these things, about people having to go through sexual abuse and those types of things, it's very eye opening. And so if you're brought up in a really good home and with good fundamentals and one morals, and you don't ever have to deal with that, it's just like, oh, that must have been just a once in a blue moon situation, a very unique situation, not so much that it happens.
yeah, it's not unique. It happens all the time.
Okay, yeah.
It's very, very common.
Huh.
Yeah, very common. Yeah, it can really happen to anybody. It just like when it comes to other adults, you really don't know like who you can trust when it comes to like your kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because like it could be like your like you could think that they'll never hurt like my child in that way, and they very well could be possible of doing it.
Man.
That like what really surprised me was how prevalent stuff like that is. Now, a lot of times, like a decent amount of times, it could be false, or it could be like a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old, which is technically like a CSC fourth or a third, whatever. Like depends on if like the contact between the two, and it could even be in a dating relationship. So that's still technically like a CSC,
Okay.
but that's a lot different than like you send like your 14-year-old daughter over to a friend's house and like her friend's father molests her.
Huh.
But
Wow.
it does seem more prevalent than what you would think.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, did you have anything else you wanted to ask Chad?
No, that was my biggest question, is just really trying to see if he'd learned anything from that. Because I know every time we're in a new job or a new career, there's just so much that we have to soak up and learn and try to absorb. And there's a lot going on. And I'm sure, dude, like as you go down the road, there's going to be more things that you could share with us in this podcast.
Yeah.
Just be like, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting.
It's definitely drinking through a fire hose.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's all hitting you. It's at the same time, and it's all just kind of
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Because like when I was at the academy, I thought I was drinking through a fire hose there, and then I hit the road, and it turns out the academy is like a trickling faucet, and like, this is the real fire hose.
Yeah. Wow. Huh. Well, thanks for coming on. This was a really interesting conversation for me. I enjoyed it a lot. So
Yeah,
thanks for having me.
Yeah. I'm happy for you.
I can't
and
wait
your
to see where this adventure goes for you. And,
Yeah.
Where you move on from this, and hopefully, down the road we'll be able to have you on again just to tell, just to be able to share these experiences and hear like how it's changed and what you've learned. I'm sure that you're gonna over the next year you're gonna be just putting more tools on your tool belt up and more experiences and
Yeah,
getting to see things that are just wild.
Yeah, no. Luckily, like I haven't had anything too crazy, so I hope that wasn't too boring. But
No, that was I thought that was a really interesting conversation. Answered a lot of my questions about I mean, going into it, I had basically no information about any of the behind the scenes police anything. So, it was definitely really interesting for me.
Yeah, the closest example I have of this was the movie Police Academy, which I don't know if either one of you have ever even watched. Probably have you?
Yeah, I've watched that.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought it was a really good conversation though. So,
yeah.
Thank you for coming on. We appreciate your time, and
Yeah, no problem.
Happy to see where you go in the police academy from here.
Yeah.
Any closing
Hopefully,
remarks you want to make?
I got nothing.
Okay. All right.
Come on, meow.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll have you on again if you're willing at some point, and
Huh?
once you get a little
Yeah.
bit more experience, a little on your belt.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't get fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope
maybe
not.
maybe we'll have you back on if you do.
Yeah, there we go.
Alrighty. I think that's gonna do it though. Thanks for
everybody.
joining, everybody. We'll see you next time.